Azul Filawan, and welcome to my YouTube channel. Today I will be showing you all how to make couscous the Algerian way. There are numerous delicious variants of the North African staple food couscous. The fluffy couscous is generally topped with lamb and vegetables, making it a particularly healthy dish. Here are the ingredients. You will need lamb, 2 tablespoons of olive oil, 1 white onion, 1 zucchini, 1 tomato, 1 turnip, 1 carrot, a quarter cup of chickpeas, 1 tablespoon of basil, a pinch of cinnamon, salt, a pinch of black pepper, 1½ teaspoons of tomato paste, water, and medium couscous. Start off with placing 2 pots that are half filled with water on a stove. One pot should be on low heat for the couscous sauce, while the other pot should be on low-medium heat to steam the couscous. Pour the couscous in a bowl. I use the whole packet, which is 1 kilogram. The brand I'm using is Mama, which is very good quality. In a sink, have a steamer pot on top of an actual pot. Wash the couscous over the steamer pot and then put the couscous inside the steamer pot. Once the couscous has been washed and put in the steamer pot, take the pot underneath and remove the water from it. You'll find extra couscous at the bottom of the pot, and we don't want to waste it, so put it back into the steamer pot. If the couscous is stuck, just run it under water. Then put it back into the steamer pot. Set the couscous aside for later. Add 2 teaspoons of olive oil to the water for the couscous sauce. While waiting for the water to come to a simmer for the sauce, wash the lamb. As you can see, I am using 2 big lamb cuts, but if you choose to use smaller lamb cuts, I would say 5 is the perfect amount. When the water starts to simmer, add in the lamb cuts. I also like to turn on the heat to medium just so that the lamb can cook faster. Cover the pot with the lid. Now we can prepare the vegetables. First, start off with dicing the onion. To do this, chop off the ends from 1 onion and cut it in half. Remove the peels and wash the onion halves. Make vertical cuts across an onion half. Then chop it. Remove the lid of the pot with the lamb and add in the half onion that has been diced. Put the lid back on. Remove the lid once more and add in a whole tomato that has been washed. Put the lid back on. Dice the second half of the onion separately. Put it in a bowl and add basil. Mix the onion and basil together with a spoon. Set it aside for later use. To the pot with lamb, add black pepper, cinnamon, and 1½ teaspoons of salt. Make sure to put the lid back on after. Wash a zucchini and cut the ends off. Cut the zucchini into 8 equal pieces. To do this, first make a cut down the middle, then take one of the halves and cut horizontally. For both of those pieces, cut down the middle. Do the same for the other zucchini half as well. Also wash a carrot and cut the ends off. Once you have cut the ends off, peel it. Cut the carrot into 8 equal pieces, the same way you cut the zucchini. Lastly, wash a turnip and cut the ends off. Once you have cut the ends off, peel the skin off. Cut the turnip into 4 equal pieces by first cutting down the middle and by cutting down the middle for both of the halves. Here are all the other vegetables prepared. Remove the lid of the pot with the lamb and add in the carrot pieces and the turnip pieces. Also add in the chickpeas that have been washed. Put the lid back on the pot. After about 5 minutes of cooking, add in 1½ teaspoons of tomato paste. Make sure to stir everything in the pot that has the couscous sauce. Now let's go back to the couscous. Put the couscous in a large bowl with a spatula of some sort. You can see how much it has expanded since the last time we worked with it. Once all of the couscous is in the bowl, stir it up a bit to break any chunks. Then using a spatula, put the couscous back into the steamer pot that is above the boiling water set to low-medium heat. The couscous will now be steaming for the first time. The couscous will now be steaming for the first time. The couscous will take about 20 minutes to steam. This is optional, but I like to turn on the heat a bit more for the sauce and couscous. When the couscous is nearly done being steamed once, remove the whole tomato from the large pot. Mash the tomato with a fork. When you mash the tomato with the fork, you will find that the peel will naturally separate, thus remove it entirely. I also remove the top of the tomato using 2 forks. Remove the lid of the pot with lamb and vegetables and add in the mashed tomato. Using a spoon, stir the sauce around. Add the lid back on. For the sauce, I turned up the heat a bit just so that the water can boil. You know that couscous is done being steamed once when you can see visible steam coming out of the top. Take the steamer pot with the steamed couscous and place it on a large bowl. Add half a cup of water to the couscous and stir the couscous around for a bit. Then put the couscous in the large bowl. You can use a spatula to make it easier. When all of the couscous is in the bowl, stir it up a bit. Add 1.5 teaspoons of salt and stir again. Add the couscous back into the steamer pot that is above the boiling water. The boiling water should now be at low heat. Back to the couscous sauce, remove the lid and add in the zucchini pieces. Put the lid back on. When you see visible steam coming out of the steamer pot, the couscous is done being steamed for the second time. Put the couscous back into the large bowl. Let the couscous rest in a bowl that is covered with paper towel. Rest for about 15 minutes before steaming again. To do this, pour the couscous back into the steamer pot that is above the boiling water. When the couscous is done steaming for the third and final time, add the onion basil mixture to the boiling pot of vegetables and lamb. Put some of the sauce from the pot in the bowl, stir it around, and then pour it back into the large pot to get the majority of the basil into the sauce. Now that the couscous sauce is done, reduce the heat to low. Couscous, there you have it. I prefer to make it seem more appetizing by placing the lamb on the top and the vegetables on the side. It is a really delicious and very satisfying meal. I eat it every Friday, and it tastes excellent with buttermilk, which has a rich flavor, with peppers on the side for heat. For a serving of couscous, make sure to add sauce to the top. I truly hope you like this recipe. In the description box below, there is a link to my website where I have this recipe written down in an easy to follow format, as well as the other recipes that are displayed on my YouTube channel. That's all for now. See you next week.